In the huddle. Let's ride. It's time for another episode. Y'all know what time it is. You see the shirt that I'm wearing. GOAT. Go. It's about to go down right now on this show. The most polarizing, fascinating, interesting debate show on the net. And we also got a guest on from another debate show. And you know what? I never like to hold back credit, even though we're going to go at it here on the show. It's time for the respect hours. I got to admit, the guy got a explosive show on his own right. He's a co-host of Say It Again podcast. I believe I said it right. If not, I'm going to have to say it again. Literally. Well, you know the vibes. I got my guy Avery in the building. And Avery, what's going on? How you feeling?
Hey man, appreciate you having me on the show. Say what, say it again. You know what it is. Tuesday, 8:30. I appreciate having the show. I know you've been on the show a couple of times. Always enjoy having you up there, man. I love your intellect. I love your debates. So I know you go back and forth. You know, I think you're just absurd at times, but I genuinely enjoy your energy though, man.
Nah, I appreciate that. And you know what? I gotta set the record straight because YouTube out here playing games. So for those of y'all that's listening to the channel, it's imperative to like and subscribe to the channel, whether you're on, Spotify, Apple. Just give us a plug and give my guy Avery in the show a plug as well, because YouTube been playing games. I'm noticing when it comes to my views is disappearing. It's going lower than what I saw it before. And I know I'm not hallucinating. So like I said before on his show, the system is operating against me. Yeah, and I realized that. All right. I peeped the game. You know what I'm saying? I peeped the game. And now we just got to act accordingly. I got to come a little harder. That's just what it is.
It's not that. I think the stuff you've been saying for the last couple of weeks, people are not tuning in, man, because they know it's absurd. They seen the Tom Brady chant, talking about the system's against me, about Tom Brady, and his system's about to break down. So we'll keep going up to that as well.
This GOAT shirt is also talking about Tom Brady as well, but we're going to get to him roughing the passer. Okay, yeah. We roughing the passer here. Let's talk about it. The roughing the passer call causes a controversial Bucs win over the Falcons 21-15. Is it fair to say that the Falcons were robbed? And Avery, once again, as my guest on the show, you can start us off.
So are you actually, have they arrived or was the call? I got two different things on the topics. So I need to make sure we're clear. Which one is it?
Is it fair? Because a lot of people has this narrative that the Falcons were robbed because of that call. Do you think that
you Falcons said rob? My fault. Yeah. You said rob, not a rob. My fault. I apologize. You said a rob. I don't know if they were robbed. I think it was a BS call. Let's just get that clear, because they are the Falcons. It's Marcus Mariota. Let's not get it twisted. Like Mariota was just slinging that thing, and they were going back and forth. No, I don't know if they got robbed. I think they got robbed of the opportunity to win. I think that. But I don't think they got robbed like they were going to win the game. The Tampa defense is still a strong defense. They still have to go out there and score. That's a difference. Mariota's not. You're not telling me. I don't think. Even though we have a debate a lot about Tom Brady, I don't think me and you can agree. We ain't nobody scared no Marcus Mariota. Not one person. Now, do I think Tom Brady got the Tom Brady treatment? Yes. The Tua got slung worse, and there was no flag. None. Now, all of a sudden, the NFL want to switch it up and say, hey, we're going to change the concussion protocol by stating that we're going to see people wobbling. Well, we all knew that. Me and you can sit here and know if dude acting like he's in the boxing ring wobbling, he concussed. That's just common sense. Darren Orlovsky did say this. He did. What's up, buddy? He did say this. One thing he did say. He said those calls do need review. Somebody need to be in the sky to review those, because those calls do change games. Period. If you're not gonna call on a Tua, how you calling on Brady? And I know Tua is a little smaller than Brady. Ain't no little. He's extra smaller than Brady. So are you doing it because of, you remember the Shaq process in the NBA where Shaq get hit is no foul. Shaq hits somebody is a foul. He too big, so he's not be able to get foul calls. With Shaq, used to get beat up. So I just don't understand what kind of call it is. Let's be fair around the board. If you're not fair, view it up in the sky and get the call correct. That's my problem.
Look, I'm going to look straight at the camera, wherever the camera is at. I got a webcam. I got too many places I'm looking at. But wherever you can see me, I'm looking straight at this camera right now. I just hate this narrative that people making it seem like the referee was a Tom Brady fan and had a TB12 jersey under his referee shirt, and he just threw the flag because he wanted to see Tom Brady win. Like, can we stop that narrative? Like, if things like this existed in the sport of the NFL will be a mess right now. If referees betted on the games, okay, the league will be a mess right now. So I'm not trying to hear, oh, he wanted Brady to win this game, and that's why he threw the flag. Whether it's for personal interest or financial investment interest, stop it. Number 2, we're going to act like the Buccaneers don't have one of the best defenses in the NFL. Let me ask you a theoretical question right quickly. If before you saw this game took place, and I said to you, Avery, who are you taking on the final drive? Marcus Mariota without Kyle Pitts, without Cordarrelle Patterson, or the Bucs defense? Who are you taking?
Oh, that's easy. I mean, I said that. I mean, me, you, and I, the stuff you saying earlier, I believe that he's getting paid by the referees. I believe that. But we can argue that you want to because he's Tom Brady. I guess the seniority in the league, I get it. Trust me, they do it all over every league. Everybody gets seniority. But to answer your question, I'm taking the Bucs defense. I don't trust nothing about out here.
I'm taking the Bucs defense too. So to say that they got robbed in this game, I think it's an outlier. Right. They did not get robbed. Number two, let's not act like, in the sports world, like these athletes, certain athletes that are noticeable athletes that are, veterans in the league, they don't get certain calls. I see it happen with LeBron James all the time. Even though he complained about every foul that he don't get, he gets a lot of fouls. So that happens. Like, that's just sports in general. So we cannot act like that don't exist. Certain guys get calls, certain guys don't. You have to earn it.
The call was bad. Can you say the call was bad?
It was a bad call.
Thank you. Don't bring the outcome. Okay, we agree that it didn't change the outcome. I agree that we're not come on, bro. I agree that we're not saying that Marcus Mariota would have won the game. Me and you can agree on that. I just want you to hear you finally say the call was bad because we know you and that damn Chuck. See, Chuck, he got upset early in our group chat about that damn Aaron Rodgers. You see it, G-Man whooped his behind. Now, you get upset when people talk about Tom Brady. But the realest of the whole thing is this. Was it a bad call? It was a horrible call. Now, what you're saying is everybody talking about he robbed. He didn't get robbed. We agree. So thank you for saying it's a terrible call.
Yeah, it's a terrible call. But my question and my response more than a question, is that these people that's making it seem like that call was the deciding factor. It wasn't.
Yes.
I'm a boxing fan, and I'm a firm believer of don't leave the fight to the judges. Win the fight. Yes. Go for the knockout. Don't play from behind in the NFL terms. The Falcons have been doing that. Now, credit, they have shown that they could bounce back in games against the Rams. They were down 28-3, lost that game 31-27. But why put yourself in this situation again? So we can look at this call and say, oh my gosh, they got robbed. It was a bad call? Yeah, it was a bad call. But they didn't get robbed because of that call. So that's my problem. And that's why I'm looking at the camera trying to come at these folks that's acting like this referee had a Tom Brady jersey on. Like, no, he didn't have one under his referee shirt because that was the same ref who called the same thing for Josh Allen last week. The same exact ref that called the same exact play in favor of Josh Allen last week.
Now I love I forgot his name, but he been making some shaky calls, and you and I know that. So stop this foolery right now. Now I can agree. So a couple things I can agree with you with is that with the referee, I mean with the Tom Brady cape, yes, I don't believe he was out of a Tom Brady. I think he makes some kind of questionable calls week to week, and he gets Super Bowl playoff runs and all that. We clearly see the referee all the time. But to say Marcus Mariota, the Atlanta Falcons got robbed, no. Did you see the offense? All they doing was running. They weren't doing anything else. So how can you win just running the football? That's it. If you watch the game, all they did was run. Marcus Mariota made it throwing the ball maybe 15 times, and I maybe under a little bit. But no, me and you can sit here and state that they did not put an offense out there that you felt like they were going to win. Period.
Literally.
Nothing.
And
nothing.
And to end this topic, right? because this whole Tua situation, I think, is sparking a lot of these debates, and I respect it. If people came to me instead and said, you know what, I believe that the Tua situation had an impact on this call, I'll take it. I'll take that. I'm a fair dude. I'll take it. I could put 2 and 2 together, and I may get 4, right?
Right.
But at the same time, to flip that, not into a argumentative perspective with that person that came to me with that, I'm just saying to flip that, what are we going to do about it from a defensive standpoint? Like, that's where the game comes down and gets very interesting, because it's like there's a lot of protection for the offensive guys.
Yep.
And the defensive guys, their job has gotten a lot harder. Where is the protection for the defensive players? So we playing the game of football and only offensive players got protection. Why the hell do I want to be a defender now if I'm going up? I want to be on offense. So I think the league got some work to do when it comes to, just look, and it's hard. Like I can say the league got work to do, which I just did like 5 seconds ago. But it's like, even if you try to make the game safe, it's the NFL. Guys are going to get hurt regardless.
And before we leave, do you remember the play with my team versus the Titans? And we were trying to, I forgot who did it. Was it Pierre? It was Umur. I can't remember, but I think it was Umur. They slung Vince Young, and he let him go because he didn't want a penalty. But he had a penalty a second with the same play. So the NFL need to figure this out, because defenders are not helping. You're 100% right. And now they're tackling to not get the penalty versus tackling the football player in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad to say, go ahead, buddy. It's sad to say that we got DNs are just as fast as running backs and are stronger than offensive linemen that have to let a quarterback in their grasp go just to not get a penalty, and then may get cut the next week because they didn't make the tackle. Like, a lot of jobs can get lost. And people don't think like that. A lot of jobs can get lost because of this, because you're not going, what are they going to say? You're not hustling. You're not going through the play. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. But then you'll get mad if they're doing the penalty. So the NFL has to fix this.
Nah, to be fair, I know you thinking like, I'm the same way. Like, I'm a philosophical individual. I'm the king of that. Like, I think about everything, right? The ramifications of one little thing. That's how I think. It happens. It is what it is. But to end here on this topic, for the record, we weren't robbed, or they weren't robbed. We won this game. We was going to win this game, and that was it.
Nobody in the world could be convinced about Marcus Mariota.
I'm pretty sure we're seeing Desmond Ridder at some point this season. But, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after the break for topic number 3 in the NBA. You don't want to miss it. Keep it locked. Ladies and gentlemen, what we doing here? Like and subscribe to the channel to receive these updates of new uploaded content from myself, Real Leel, Zay, Good Vibes, and Zach Attack. We'll be back. Make sure you like and subscribe and feel the vibe always. Peace.